This is the second video in our series, which will tell the story of the thrilling events surrounding the unfortunate inhabitants of the village of Wigford, in Shropshire, in the year 1071. In this episode we will meet the villagers of Wigford as they arm themselves, with whatever weapons they have available, and prepare to resist the heinous Welsh raiders, who are fast approaching their village. The headman of Wigford village is Edgar Fodman, much beloved and respected throughout the county of Shropshire and beyond. For the past 5 years, he has used all his extensive political skills to retain his position, despite the regime change following the Battle of Senlac. Now, faced with relentless enemies to both east and west, Edgar will need to summon up all his immense courage and fortitude, to hold on to his ancestral lands and leave them intact for the generations to come. As a Saxon chieftain, Edgar has a basic cost of 30 gold points. He is armored and carries a sword and a shield, which adds another 20 gold points. Costing 50 gold points in total, Edgar is ready to lead his host of inexperienced villagers into the fray. Always by his father's side is Wolfhere. Strong, intelligent and brave, this young Saxon warrior can be depended upon to give his all, in defense of the village and its people. Wolfhere has a basic cost of 10 gold points. Like his father, he is armored and carries both sword and shield, for a total cost of 30 points. Additionally, Wolfhere has the talent, Thaying. This is slightly misleading, as he is not actually a Thaying, but, in game terms, it gives him the power to cancel out the first injury his father receives in the battle. The Thaying talent comes at an extra cost of 15 gold points, bringing Wolfhere's final points cost to 45. The healer in the village warband is Brother Acrimonious. The brother is renowned across the Western world as a man of unparalleled piety and all-round goodness, such that he requires a couple of special rules to reflect this holy magnificence. His basic points cost, as a healer, is 40 gold points. Although he wears no physical armor, his religious fervor gives him an invisible carapace, which classes him as having some armor when in combat. Brother Acrimonious also carries his Spear of Righteousness, which allows him to support an ally when in combat. This ability is in addition to dispensing his healing powers. Salomi and Delilah are sisters who, in more peaceful times, are the proprietors of the village alehouse, the Vigorous Donkey. However, in this time of great crisis, they have transformed themselves into a pair of raging demonesses, pledged to rid the village of those who would attempt to tear down their ancient customs and cherished way of life. Working together, the two stalk the field of battle, entrancing their enemies with their extraordinary charms, before dealing them an unexpected and inevitably fatal blow, from which few survive. Salomi is armed with an improvised weapon. And owing to the distraction caused by the lady's feminine wiles, an enemy in combat with her always receives a -1 to their combat roll. If Delilah is in base contact with her sister, Salomi receives a motivational boost from her presence and has the option to re-roll any combat roll that she makes. The remaining villagers are all unarmored. Some, like these, carry hand weapons, while others carry a range of terrifying-looking improvised arms and random pieces of wood. And there are those armed with the short bow, with which they have gained great proficiency, with years of experience hunting in the nearby forests. In conclusion, the village warband consists of 17 figures. With Wolfhere's Thaying talent and the special rules for Brother Acrimonious and for Salomi and Delilah, the total gold points comes to 385. That concludes this look at the warband of the villagers of Wigford, as they nervously await the arrival of Flam Doing and his band of raiding Welshmen. Next time, the battle will commence. The Welsh will expect an easy victory against an apparently defenseless Saxon village, but Thaying Edgar and his brave band of brothers and sisters will have plenty to say on the matter. So, thank you for watching, and we hope you can join us for future videos in this series telling the story, as told in the faded crumbling pages of the Wigford Chronicles.